Hello biscuits, it's Cupcake Kamisama back here, and welcome to this giant post-Japan haul. We're now in April. I have just come back from Japan, and as expected and as planned, I have shopped till I pretty literally dropped. There's all kinds of things in here. Predominantly Lolita, some other fashion, couple of random bits. So to build up momentum to these two things, let's start with the completely unrelated one. Make sure to get yourself a cup of tea or something, because this will probably end up being long. I'll try and whiz through without much story time through the smaller bits, starting with Daiso. Most of the things I got though weren't really for me, so these are the two that are. Some beads to make bracelets with. And this cute kitty silicone mold. It is for chocolates. Will I use it for chocolates? I don't know yet. Like I said, everything else I got from Daiso was for other people. Then USJ, or Universal Studios Japan. As you can tell, I went to the Harry Potter section, where I got myself honeydew macarons, because which Lolita doesn't get macarons, and a tin of chocolate frogs. We then went to Line Store, which is in Harajuku. In case you don't know, Line is a messenger app that's very popular in Japan and South Korea. My boyfriend and I use it a lot to message each other, and we're big fans of characters, so we couldn't miss that. But this one's very modest, because all I got myself are some cozy socks with Brown the bear and Pokemon Center. Actually, I'll start with the bit that's not in this bag because it wouldn't fit. A giant Pikachu plate from the Pokemon Cafe. It's plastic of some sort, and as you can tell, pretty sizable, albeit slightly awkwardly shaped. From the cafe, I also got myself a thermos flask, because I was after one anyway, might as well get it with Pokemon. It's a pretty unassuming design. As well as a tumbler mug with the same design as on the thermos flask, but in colour. The most useful purchase of them all was this lanyard, which is an IC card pass or card pass. I used it for our Suica pass. Brilliant. It's on one of those extendable cords. Not sure what will I use it for now. I'll find something that's too cute not to use. Whilst at the cafe, we also got some coasters. So I opted for the limited edition seasonal, well, limited time only seasonal Sakura one with a big Sakura afro. And for every certain amount you spend, I want to say for every 3,000 or whatnot, everyone got commemorative clear files with Sakura Afro Pikachu. It says 1 year anniversary, because the cafe has been permanently open in Tokyo for 1 year as of this year. Okay, that covers all the non-fashion bits, sort of. So let's start with the sort of. Couple of things to read. So, the latest issue of Jewel magazine It literally came out towards the end of our trip, and I managed to snag this and the rest of them at the airport. Seeing as it was just there, I also got myself a copy of the Lam magazine, which came with a freebie. Now this says Lam X Eat Me X Yoshida someone girly ribbon combs. Very cute box, and I've actually no idea what they look like, so oh, I see. There's a picture of it on the cover. Still, let's do a quick unboxing of these. Oh, sorry, not combs. Hair bubble. Is it just one? Yes, it's just one. So right now it's slightly out of shape. It's just a simple organza bow. The silver thing says Lam on one end and Eat Me on the other. Really cute. And the one reading item that took me a lot to find is volume 1 of Kitai Fuku ga Aru manga by Netaro Tsumeki. I went to as many animates and manga shops as I could find, and nowhere had it. There was one that said they had volume 2 but not volume 1, and as you can tell, there's a Lolita on the front. It is supposed to be about a Lolita, and the title literally means there are clothes I want to wear. So I've been curious about it. I've seen some people talk about it on Ruffle Chat and other social media, so I wanted to give it a go. There will be a review coming of this once I'm done reading this, so make sure you keep an eye on the blog. So now that we've had this smooth transition into fashion bits and clothing bits, this is the big one. I need to get more comfortable for this. This very simple carry bag holds an avalanche of fashion bags. This is a haori. For those of you who don't know, a haori is a sort of jacket that you'd put over a kimono. This is what it looks like. The colour is like a bluish mintish blue. It has gorgeous sort of woven pattern of leaves and flowers, as well as a printed or painted pattern of flowers that I showed you earlier. My plan with this is to attempt Wa Lolita, one of the bloggers and Lolitas that I really admire and follow, Sanakanin. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. Wears Wa Lolita quite often, and she's very knowledgeable about wafuku. So after reading her guide to Wa Lolita as a style, I thought I'll trust her opinion and I'll try and attempt Wa Lolita with a haori, seeing as this is just an overgarment that shouldn't affect the Lolita silhouette much. And I went with blue because that's a colour I wear a lot. Probably would have been a bit better off with navy, however, as I was determined to get a used one because they're a bit cheaper, I thought, I like this, I'm not gonna try and find anything else. This beauty cost me 500 yen. So yeah, one haori. Let's see how we get on with it. And then I went to Tutuana, however you want to pronounce it. who are, in case you don't know, they're a sock shop. Now, personally, I'm a big fan of Japanese socks. All the ones I've ever bought in Japan were stupidly comfortable, really cute, very durable, very soft. And Tutuana has this amazing thing that's permanently in their shop, in that you can buy 3 pairs for 1,000 yen. So you can mix and match the designs that you like, and it won't cost you a lot. So I got these ones with this little kitty. They're like beige, white and navy. Plain socks probably will just get used in daily wear. Then I got these simple cream crochet look kind of socks. Not sure if they're actually crochet, but they do mimic that look. Will be great for summer, whether in Lolita or not. And then very similar ones, cream kind of crochet ones, but they come with navy ribbons at the back. That I'll probably use for Lolita, or maybe like lamb, something. Alright, we're getting some big ones. Access fan. Could not have gone there. Although, because I only ever went to one branch, and it was big but not the biggest, I only ended up getting one thing. This gorgeous floral skirt from the Rose Number series. Oh no, it's a Rose Number and Access Fam collaboration. Not sure how much you can tell with this lighting, but it is sort of white with pink, very pale pink. Very appropriate for spring. Like many Access Fam skirts, fully shirred back. Yeah, just something for daily wear. Can't have enough Access Fam skirts for daily wear. This will be another transition piece. The bag says Closet Child, but the contents aren't strictly Lolita. This is from Closet Child Osaka, and it's an Ink Rouge top, cut sew, very simple, red, a tiny bit of puff sleeve, and this tulle lace and cotton lace trim around the collar. I haven't tried it on, but seeing as it's a cut sew, I don't think that will be a problem. And I got it A, because it was cheap, 700, 900 yen, something like that, and also because I thought I could use a short sleeve red top both in my regular wardrobe and my Lolita one, so this will do double duty. Then, oh, of course, forgetting about one thing, just because it wasn't in its own bag. This Q-Pot bowl has washi tape. I went to Q-Pot Cafe and then proceeded to check out the shop. However, Q-Pot jewellery, as gorgeous as it is a little bit outside of my budget, considering that I'm not sure how often I'd wear it. However, they had these gashapon machines that were selling washi tape for 500 yen. And luckily I managed to get the cherry blossom one. So very excited, looking forward to use that, and I feel now I have a little bit of Q-Pot bought directly from them. And now we return to our regularly scheduled programming. I discovered a new, to me, second-hand Lolita shop. It's called Nia. As far as I've gathered, they don't have an online shop. I did get myself a pair of socks. These are black with grey roses, some butterflies, and they are from Innocent World. Seeing as I now have a black dress and have opened up some goth chord possibilities, I I found myself in need of black gothic appropriate socks, and whether I go a bit more gothic or just dark classic, I think these will suit well. And also Innocent World, their socks are absolutely incredible. Then I went to AP twice. This one's from AP Osaka. That was the first time I went there during my trip, and I found another bit that was from my wish list, or sort of need list more specifically. And this is a pair of wine and gold wrist cuffs. They're absolutely adorable. The shade of wine is just perfect. The shape is perfect. Yeah, just a little something that my wardrobe has been in need of. And then the second time, I think this is from the Laforet branch of AP. I wanted the, at the time, newly released jewellery that matched Fancy Candy, but obviously that had sold out everywhere in like a second. Yes, it is from the Laforet branch because they stuck in the Blue by Laforet pamphlet, the special things you can buy for that event from them. So yeah, so I went in for that jewellery that was sold out, but the socks they released at that time were also really cute, so I couldn't resist. And yes, I know I am ashamed of myself to have bought another white and gold socks, but I have given myself a free pass for my Japan trip, so yeah. They are more on the sweeter side, and I feel like sometimes you just need something simple but sweeter. I'm justifying things a lot to myself, but these are cute, I wanted them, I bought them. Enough. And that brings us to the 3 big purchases. And by big, I mean the more expensive ones. Starting with Innocent World. The shop lady also gave us some pamphlets for the Alice in Wonderland exhibition, but we never made it there. And well, even though rationally I know that I probably could have gotten this slightly cheaper elsewhere, because I was on a high of purchasing and I do want to support the brands that I like. And with Innocent World being a bit, not the most exciting recently, I'm sure every little helps. But wrapped, not so delicately anymore, in this tissue paper, Miufi, I tried, Bolero, in brown. Does it say which lace it is? No, I think this is the rose lace one. I have been after a brown Bolero, preferably cool toned, preferably classic, and this fit the bill. So now I have 4 of these. I have wine, navy and ivory, now I have brown. So I guess that only leaves black. Might happen, might not, we'll see. But these are absolutely worth the price because the quality is insane, the fit is so flattering, and they are just one of the most beautiful pieces out there, so no regrets. Okay, now this piece from Meta has a little bit of a story attached to it, so I'll diverge. In the last 2 months or so, Meta has released this one piece that I kind of had an eye on because the kind of item that it was fit one of my wish list items to the T. And it's the nicest thing I'd found, the closest match to that description that I found. But I needed to try it on. So I went to Metamorphose Osaka. I've asked, do they have this? And they said, yes, but we only have it in one colour, not the one I was after. So I said, oh, that's okay, we're going to Tokyo, I'll see if it's there. And the shop staff themselves have offered to check for me if it's in either of the branches, and if it is, to ask them to put it aside for me, essentially reserve. I had tried on the one that they had in shop just to make sure that the fit is right before we proceed with any reservations. It was super lovely about that, very helpful. You know, the usual shebang of let me tie your bow, make sure that everything's buttoned up, how do you feel, blah blah blah. And the fit was so amazing that I just went, yeah, please can we reserve the one in Tokyo. They asked, do I have a preference for which branch? I said no, either, whichever one might have it. Filled me out a little receipt slip that I handed to staff at Meta in La Forêt. And there we have it. But what is it that I'm talking about? Oh, I think the tape. Judging by the feel of it, they even included the hanger. Probably can't tell from this. Ooh. This is the classical sister OP in wine. So, it's this gorgeous, rich shade of wine. Even though the fabric is polyester, it feels really lovely to the touch. The bow on the bib is detachable, and the bib itself is detachable, which is what convinced me, because this neckline is insanely flattering. It sort of manages to frame your chest area without exposing it. It's long sleeves, partly why I needed to try it on. The sleeves have shirring at the cuff there, and they also come with detachable white cuffs. Satin ribbon with cross charms. This was literally the only thing I wasn't keen on, the cross charms. But I thought, A, if I really dislike them, I can take them off, and B, I mean, this is just a sash ribbon, I don't have to wear that. And then at the back, topped with corset lacing, is a panel of shirring. It's Meta, so the shirring is quite generous. It fits wonderfully across shoulders and sleeve lengths, hits my waist where my waist actually sits, and it is a slightly longer piece. So everything that they say a Lolita clothing should do. Fit your waist, large skirt, be below the knee. It does. My wish list had actually said that I want a simple, non-printed, long sleeve OP. Now with this, it hits that mark perfectly, and because it's Meta, so many detachable parts, I can wear it in so many different ways. And I'd only just noticed the rose lace that was at the bottom of the skirt is on the bib as well. Like, how can you not love it? So yeah, I caved in, bought that. Sure, it will get lots of wear. It is absolutely stunning. And then the last thing, which was a really big deal for me, is actually a dream dress. I know I've been saying for a while that I've already gotten all my dream dresses, so there's nothing new that I'm hunting for. But then back in December, Baby released this, and it became an insta dream dress. Oh my god. I've honestly not seen this since the day I purchased it, so I am hyped. And again now, I'll indulge you in a little story time. If you follow this channel, on my blog, or just myself on social media, you'll know that although I live in the UK, I am Polish. And for the longest time since I've been into Lolita, I thought to myself, with how we have Wa Lolita and Kai Lolita, it would be lovely to have a Lolita dress inspired by the Polish national dress, national costume. And I thought, well, it's not likely to happen, so I'll wait until I know exactly what I want from this as a design and just get someone to custom make it. And then in December, Baby released this series called Polonaise Brillante, the ideas of a maiden, which is based on Polish national costume dress. But of course, being me, I've fallen in love with one particular cut in one particular colourway. And it was December, so all the Christmas spending was going on, and I thought, I just cannot justify this at that moment in time. But then, the day of release, it was actually already sold out in that colourway and cut, and that hit deep as to how badly I wanted that. A friend of mine was in Japan at that time, so I said, if you spot it in any of the shops, could you buy it for me please, and I'll PayPal you the money. She couldn't find it, so I thought, well, okay, I'll just resign myself to having to find it secondhand. 2 weeks before we set off for Japan, I casually checked Baby's online store, and the cotton colourway of this dress was in stock. So, heart pounding, I thought, I can't buy it now because A, I'll get hit with customs, and I'm going to Japan, I can just buy it there and avoid all the shipping customs malarkey. So I kept checking it. It managed to sell out like a week before we departed for Japan. So I was prepping myself internally for going to the Baby store in Osaka, not see it there, and then have to ask the staff, is it possible to get it shipped from a different branch? Because the big ones like Osaka and Tokyo, they get more foot traffic, so they'll probably sell out, but there's branches in smaller places like Kanazawa or whatever where it might still be there just sitting around, and if they could pull it up. Lo and behold though, I went there and it was in. So I freaked out, said to this shop staff, I want it, please let me have it. There were 2 of them, so the other one went and got the matching things. I said no to the headrow, but obviously I said yes to the socks. So these are the exact matching socks. And I thought, well, these will actually be quite versatile with some of the other things I have, so that's how I justified it to myself. But we're all here to see the dress. I promise you, even though the stock photos are surprisingly nice for it, as well as all the photoshoot pictures, none of them do this dress justice. And the angels have sung from above. Brand new, with tag, Polonaise Brillante. The apron, JSK. In green. The rest of this video will be just me sitting here and staring at this beauty. I just noticed that they clipped the apron wrong way round, but that's fixable. Right. This is what it looks like in its glory. It's the most gorgeous, deep, rich shade of green. And the dress is printed with pansies all over. Got a couple of roses here and there, but it's predominantly pansies. And it's one of the details that absolutely got me. Like, they got those little details that make it Polish so well. This amazing bow right here with some embroidered flowers. It's sewn on, not detachable. Tops up a small panel of corset lacing, which, as baby does, is actually woven through the lace itself, so you're going to have to be careful to not pull it too tight, else it might snap. These here are not detachable either, they're grosgrain ribbons. And there's a panel of wavy rickrack in navy, topping off the straps, which are adjustable. They are on the shortest setting right now, and there's 2 more. That's very generous. Then at the waist you have a detachable bow, as well as a detachable lace apron, which is currently on the wrong side. The lace is very soft, so gorgeous. And the grosgrain bows around here, they're detachable. And just behind them are waist ties, made with that same lace as the apron. So even though they're only one-sided, because it's lace, it's all white, it doesn't matter quite so much. At the back you have a panel of shirring with corset lacing. And I'll show it from the back because that will be slightly easier than trying to move the apron. But the print starts off with this navy and purple stripy design. Rickrack there, and printed lace pattern that has the baby logo, the B. This stripy thing is what is featured on Polish national costume, but it's not a yellow, green, red type thing. Then you have what looks like a ribbon with flowers, and then the print itself. You have the Baby the Stars Shine Bright logo with some doves, the multicolored pansies with roses, and then that same wavy rickrack as there is on straps at the bottom. And throughout, I'm not sure if this camera will be able to pick up on it, throughout there's an embossed floral pattern in the fabric. Again, this is 100% polyester, but the polyester here is of incredible quality. The whole thing is vibrant without being garish. It hits the nail on the head with the motifs and being Polish, and it is just the most stunning piece I am so happy to finally own it after all the stresses of it's sold out, it's here, it's sold out, what? And because of how many detachable pieces are on it, I feel like this will be quite a versatile one to wear. Honestly, just this piece alone makes me want to go to Baby the Star Shine Bright's tea party, be my best Polish self, live my best life, and enjoy everything. Oh yeah, because I heard some people on the internet complain that Baby doesn't know what lining is. Fully lined. Fully lined. In matching green. And that is it. Thank you very much if you stuck all the way to the end. I know that this has been a little bit random, pretty long, so I appreciate you being here and sharing the experience of reliving Japan through my haul with me. If you have liked this video, then please make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment on it, subscribe to the channel. It always means a lot when I see that kind of interaction with you, considering how I'm not necessarily the most regular YouTuber out there. So knowing that there are people out there who stay with me and support me absolutely means the world. If you want to enable me to be a bit more regular as a YouTuber and have some content for you on a more regular basis than now, then consider supporting me by buying me a cup of coffee. A link to my Ko-fi page is in the description box down below, and as always I encourage all of you to check out my blog, which is Cupcakes and Unicorns, where you'll find more Lolita content. There'll be some pictures of all of this at some point, as well as a co-ord catch-up post in the making about the Lolita coordinates I've worn whilst I was in Japan. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye!